and that varies anaerobic to aerobic and to strength. And then size of the athlete can be important. And then power, how quickly you can move the resistance or move through the resistance in your case, right? In the pool. And then mental toughness. So the outlier of the weight room for me, and this is why I'm a strength coach, is because when you dial it in the weight room, the mental toughness you gain can be sometimes more than you would ever have to do in the sport. Sometimes the weight room can be tougher than your actual sport, especially if you don't get a lot of playing time. It's where you build yourself as an athlete in the weight room mentally and physically, right? If you do get a lot of playing time, you can still push yourself harder because you have more opportunities to do so every single rep in every set, right? You think about how many times you have the ability to either step up or loaf in the weight room. One less rep, a little lighter weight than you're supposed to, whatever it might be, right? Resting a little longer than you should have, or whatever it might be. And then reliability. Did you show up? Did you do it? Right? And I think the only last part there would be following directions. So if it was programmed on a certain day for a certain reason, did you do it then, or did you stack them, or did you just do it out of order? Whatever it might be. How can I achieve greatness? So again, a schedule. Wake up each morning with a simple plan and schedule that will allow you to stay on task on time every day. So it's studying as needed. We won't be doing that in the summer unless you're doing summer school. Workout, again, 30 to 60 minutes should be the max because we're trying to do this daily. So in order to come back the next day, we don't want to overtrain. I'm a huge believer in the minimalist approach. So we do just enough to create a positive change in the body or in our systems, and then we go again the next time after we recovered. So recovery is sleep 10 hours a day, eat nutritious meals, and drink plenty of water. And then active recovery includes some of that in your schedule. Recreational activities, bike rides. It could be a kickboxing class or aerobic class on YouTube or something. Whatever it might be. Mindfulness. So how you better yourself. Hopefully you're not watching YouTube videos on how to do Minecraft or Fortnite or something like that 6 hours a day. That's not good for anybody. And then keep it simple, strength training. So what I've decided last night after having some conversations and some private text messaging with some athletes, including some in this group, just so that we can accomplish everything, we're going to have a body weight session every day on the strength training days. We're going to have a dumbbell session in there, and then I'm going to have one that's a mix because I want to make sure that every athlete has the ability to do the workouts, right? So every program will have a push variation, a pull variation, a squat, and that means you bend at the ankles, knees, and hips, a hip hinge, which is we're just bending at the hips like we do in kettlebell swing, a lunge variation where we're dominantly bending in the knee, including a lateral movement, a rotation, and an anti-rotation like a plank or a side plank. So example would be the body weight. So a feet elevated push-up, an inverted row, a power squat, which is just hands behind your head squats like we do in our warm-up, single leg hip extension. I have to show a video to show you that one, but lateral lunges, side plank, lateral bounding with a pinky toe reach. So when you land, you reach from the opposite hand to the opposite pinky toe when you land on that side. Example for dumbbell would be dumbbell chest press, dumbbell bent over row, dumbbell front squat, dumbbell deadlift, dumbbell lateral lunge with a reach, dumbbell forward lunge with rotation, and a plank. So you can see that we're accomplishing all of these movements. Now within that, we've hit chest, back, shoulders, hips, legs, abs, all of that, right? Biceps, triceps. That's all you need, especially because you're an athlete. We don't just go and train biceps. We don't just go and train triceps unless we had an injury we're trying to overcome. And then the mix, we use all the different modalities, the barbell, the dumbbells, the kettlebells, the med balls, all that stuff in a mixed program, but still the same movements. When it comes to conditioning, it's minimalist conditioning. So a dynamic warm-up, 20 movements, around 20 minutes, designed to increase mobility and activate the muscles. So when you walk into a workout and you're cold, you will have muscles that are overactive and muscles that are underactive. And that forms your bad posture most of the time, or imbalances in your body. The goal of the warm-up is to fix those imbalances as much as we can. And that's through mobility, not through stretching, not static stretching at all. We do it through activating the opposite muscle group of the one that is having trouble. And because of that, they will start working synergistically together and you'll move better. And we're also increasing our heart rate and getting some other side benefits to that. But that's the main reason. The dynamic warm-up that you see has been developed over 30 years from me personally, and with other great strength coaches in the industry, where we said, you know what, when I was assessing athletes, I saw these muscular imbalances. This group of 20 exercises pretty much deals with all of those. So that's the warm-up designed to hit basically all the needs of every athlete we have in our group to get you ready to lift or do conditioning here. The conditioning portion is what we call Tabata style intervals. So it's a ratio, 30 on, 30 off. For football, it's more like 12 seconds on, 30 seconds off, or something similar. As you get closer to your actual event or sport or game, the rest to work ratio should mimic that sport. So whatever your event is, that's how long you're going to need to be able to do the interval. And then your recovery, we can play with how long that is. In the beginning, it's going to be longer. As you get closer, it's going to be shorter. Or as the intensity goes up, originally, the recovery gets longer. As we get closer to a season or a game, the intensity may go up, but the duration of recovery will also shrink so you get in better shape. All of this should really be focused on how quickly you recover, how fast your heart rate comes down, how quickly you can stop heavy breathing. And then we can go again. A Tabata interval style is typically between 6 and 10 rounds of that work to rest ratio. And that's it, you're done. It's proven that when you exercise utilizing intervals, you have about 12 minutes max of increase and decrease of heart rate before negative hormones are in your bloodstream that will not be removed or knocked out for the next 48 hours at least. So when you do an interval to go 12 minutes now, recover for 5 minutes and go again, like a typical spin class would be at a gym, you're actually becoming catabolic. You're breaking down what could potentially be better fitness and better muscle gains because you overdid it. So you really need a good dynamic warm-up for 20 minutes. You need 12 minutes or so of an interval. You need to do a little bit of core as an active recovery, and then you're done, and there's your hour. So focusing on less is more, but we're also getting everything done in that 1 hour. Your core obviously is going to be planks and that sort of thing. I'm not a big believer in flexing and extending for core. I'm more about stabilizing. And then recovery is hydrate quickly and often and refuel within 45 minutes of your workout. And then learn to relax, like really relax, like even if it's 2-3 minutes. There are some of the highest training facilities in the world, including the USA Olympic Training Facility in Colorado Springs, where there's rooms with different lights that they turn on and off to allow you to get into a total relaxation mode. And there's drills they go through to teach you to relax all the muscles in your body and allow your lymphatic drainage and your blood to flow better, that sort of thing. So it's really important to maximize that as well. So what do I do now? So we all should have the app, Train Heroic. We create an account, team workout code, which you guys should all know now. Go to the calendar, choose the workout. You're going to be able to choose the dumbbell workout, the body weight workout, the barbell workout, and the mixed workout, which one's appropriate for you. Those are on the Tuesdays and Thursdays right now only. The conditioning workouts will be written on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So the sets, rests, and loads are based on where I feel your team should be right now in relation to your training calendar, right? When you perform again. The goal is readiness to perform. So right now we're doing supersets. That's muscular endurance. So it's around 2 sets of 12 or 30 seconds, right? The tempo is you're going to get 12 reps in that 30 seconds, okay? And you're doing one exercise right after the other, and then you're resting that 30 seconds. Now, if we didn't have conditioning days and we only did these 2 days, because there's some athletes that all I have is 2 days with them, then we look at this Tabata interval for conditioning as part of this. So you basically have 1 minute on and 30 seconds off, if that makes sense. You did chest press for 30 seconds, you did push-ups 30 seconds, then you have 30 seconds recovery. Now, I'm not going in right now and choosing exercises that are going to get your heart rate up. That's not my concern. It's more of a movement. But I could do that if we wanted to achieve conditioning on top of our strength training. I hope that makes sense. So, starting next week or tomorrow, starting tomorrow, I will be adding the dumbbell we already have. I'll be adding the body weight, the barbell, and the mixed workouts. I'll try to get that done tonight so that we have it, okay? And then you can go in and choose which workout is applicable to you based on what equipment you have. I'm going to suggest that you do not vary from the sets and reps. I will try my best using that app to put in more things like tempo and load. Again, I don't know what size dumbbells you have. I don't know some of those things, so some of that's hard for me to add. But I could put it in, and then you can modify it. Just know that in the app, if I say you're using, let's just say I'm putting down 20-pound dumbbells for something, and you don't have them, replace it with what you have, right? And then over time, we'll discuss how you can adjust the workout. So if we start with push-ups from your knees, we'll say. Well, let's just say the exercise recommended was feet elevated push-ups, and that's not doable. We'll start with on your knees, then go to normal push-ups, and eventually go to elevated. Therefore, you know that you've improved over time with that exercise. So when you have an issue, you just need to private message me. What do I do instead of this, right? Whether it's because you don't have the equipment or you don't have meaning the load that I put on there, the dumbbell of that size, whatever, or you can't perform the exercise safely, or it just doesn't feel like you're doing it correctly or whatever. And then I can modify for you. And that's the name of the game. That's why I do this, because I know how to modify things. So the only piece I feel we're missing, and from some of the feedback I got, is a live type workout on, like, following a video or something on YouTube. So on Tuesday of next week, I think it's at 9 a.m., Coach. I think we said that. We will go through this dumbbell workout together. Now, if you're in the session with us and you can't do the dumbbell workout, that's fine. But please be on the call and go through the body weight workout or the barbell workout in the room with us. And then if there's questions and comments at the same time, I know how you guys like to jeer and cheer each other during sessions. You can do that just through Zoom, right? Just hopefully, we can all hear each other talk instead of screaming over each other. So, and I'll try to find a way to even put music on the Zoom call. How's that sound? So, okay, any questions on any of this?
I'm sure you guys have questions or opinions. Now's the time to get it out there, guys.
Well, let me real quick then talk about today. So today you've got your dynamic warm-up. It's beautiful outside today, so I'm sure you want to go slip and slide in the wet grass. So the dynamic warm-up might be difficult inside. Do whatever part of it you can do, and the video is still coming, so do some sort of warm-up if you don't know the exercises. You're going to have 10 1-minute cycles of jump rope with a 1-minute rest in between each cycle. So there's 20 minutes of your workout right there. If you don't have a jump rope, you're going to pretend you have one. You're going to do little bitty hops. Try to maintain 1 minute. My guess is that people can't do 1 minute. Therefore, the next 3 or 4 weeks, your goal is to be able to achieve all 10 1-minute rounds. You're going to plank after that for 3 sets of 45 seconds with 3 sets of 45-second kettlebell or dumbbell swings in between your planks. Then you foam roll and you're done. So I still need to get a foam roll instruction on there. And then I also need to add the video I shot with my son doing the dynamic warm-up stuff. My goal is to get that done over the next day or two, and then you'll have it. So is there anyone who feels they can't do today's workout based on equipment or something else?
So in the chat, Coach, in the chat area, you have Kaylee Edstrom and Julia are asking, what if we don't have any weights?
So, well, in terms of today?
I think in terms of any day. I don't think they have any weights at all.
Again, I'll have the body weight program up there. So you'll be able to do that.
You guys, girls, get that? Julia, nod up and down if you're hearing me. Okay.
Today on the kettlebell swing, if you don't have a dumbbell and you're going to do the kettlebell swing, you're going to do jumps that are knee tucks. Jump as high as you can, pull your knees to your chest, land. You'll have 45 seconds of knee tuck jumps, which, well, let's just call it 8 reps, maybe not 45 seconds, but 8 in a row in between your sets of planks for 45 seconds. Any other questions? Any other chat room stuff?
Allie had a question about a playlist, but.
Sure. If you can find a way to add your playlist for the meeting, that's great.
But no swears. No rap swearing.
Coach approved, right?
Yeah. Kids Bop.
Anybody else? Okay, so when I open this app later today, I should see, what, about 20 at least workouts done? Okay, so that's the goal. I think everyone understands, you know, your opportunity here. Let's call it that, right? You're not restricted to showing up at, what time were we? 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning, whatever time that was, to the stinky weight room to do only the workout I gave you, right? You have an opportunity to choose whatever workout's right for you that day, follow that, and then work on all those other things we talked about. But it really is just follow directions and get up and follow a schedule. Anything else?
Any other questions? Anyone? All right. And like we said, we're doing this for you. You know, this is all for you to help you be the best that you can be. And we all realize that it's kind of tough sometimes, motivationally tough, mentally tough, physically tough. All right. You know, but you guys are tougher. I know you guys can step up and do this. All right. So let's all band together, help each other out. You know, I know you guys have group chats and text each other. So, you know, help each other out, be encouraging, be good teammates. All right. And then we'll talk about this goal setting thing another time. All right. Cause I want to get us moving forward first. All right, everybody. Does anybody have anything else? Oh, go ahead, Coach.
I just say, I'll plan to see everyone for a Zoom meeting workout. Be ready with whatever equipment you have in your workout area with your iPad or whatever it is, 9 a.m. on Tuesday of next week.
Okay. Everybody good? Anybody have anything for the group or whatnot? All right. Well, have a great day. Oh, Jenna, do you have something? No? Just turning your camera back on. Hey, social media was awesome yesterday, guys. With all the little kid pics, that was hilarious. That was excellent. Thanks for participating. So if anybody doesn't have anything, all right, you got your workout going on, like Coach Andy just said. And then on Friday, we have our yoga Zoom at 9 a.m. All right. That's been a really good time, really challenging, but fun. All right. And it really complements everything else that we're doing as well. Okay. So we will see you on Friday. All right. And get on that workout. Yeah. All right. Peace out. We'll see everybody. Coach Andy, thank you very much.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.